So then we come to Baby Youngin. Did an interview with Baby Youngin.
Right. Great interview.
Very, very intelligent, very, very aware kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Very humble.
For sure.
Very focused. Like you don't really see that. He got really like an old person spirit like that.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? And it was refreshing to see because it was like he had his homies with him. But you can see like the love and how he controlled it. Like not necessarily like he running it, but
right.
His positivity is like, hey, people around, this is what we doing. And I'm gonna be honest, in that interview, I was very, very, very blown back because he wasn't the typical rapper.
For sure, different.
Very different. So you said that was like him singing, seeing him. Like, how did you stumble across Baby Youngin? Because again, you from EA,
right?
He in the North,
right?
So how do you find?
I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Cotton again.
Okay.
It was through his platform.
Okay.
I don't even think he was aware of him yet. Him getting ran on there with Quaisha, and everybody pushing him through. But he was on there a couple times, and I was like, damn, it's different. It was like I was like I didn't know what to think of it. But it was just like, it was that feeling, like, damn.
Got you.
Like, so I reached out to him like, hey, little bro, you different, you hard, like, keep going, where you from? And that's what I do with all the artists. I touch base with them first through that DM. I don't rush nothing, like, cause I want to check personalities, see how you move before I get invested to you. Cause once I'm invested, I'm invested. Like, I do shit that managers don't do. It's kind of like management / label, like.
For sure.
Whatever's left, bills paid, London good, we're gonna put the chips out there. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like every time. So I just took my time with Youngin, and 3 months later it was kind of like when we tapped in. So we was already talking in the DM for a couple months. Then that third month it was kind of like, hey bro, let's go. Picking up steam. Let's go.
If you can like explain for somebody who never heard of Baby Youngin right now, what would you describe his sound as?
Man, like kind of like a new version of Barry White, just in his own way too. Just that voice that stand out when you hear it, you know it's him. It's very it's got a lot of pain in it. It's very melodic, a lot of pain. You think he's an old man when you hear him, when you hear the song, and when you see him, it's a young kid. So very soulful. It's kind of like the time got to catch up with him, kind of like,
Gotcha.
His peers got to catch up to his type of music.
So, because you took a chance on him being different. One of the biggest differences is if you hear him, you will never think he was Hispanic.
For sure.
And then like a hip hop with Hispanics hitting the mainstream is kind of hit and miss as far as in Black urban culture. Of course, if you going like the Pitbull route, things of that nature, they go crazy and they do stupid numbers and become worldwide. But actually traveling this lane, like, was there any pushback? But how is the communities receiving Baby Youngin as far as in the Hispanic community and the Black community?
The Hispanic community, they love him. They glorify him. They lift him up. You know what I'm saying? It's the Black people love him too, but it's just like you said, he needs that full breakthrough with, like you said, it's the hardest thing. Like I don't think we've seen it since Big Pun.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I try to tell him about Big Pun, Doe B. I just try to tell him about rappers that he remind me of, and I want him to take insight to and check out, get some of that aura, from them, because he got it in him. It's just to kind of study history a little bit. And he'll be able to take that next step and break through, because I feel like he the one that can out of all of them, from Lil Baby tapping in with him to Amigos to, everybody tapping in with him. Even Future, Scooter, everybody then. He but Gucci, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He just need to put it out there full force.
So
just
let's
come with it.
Bringing up the Gucci thing, because I remember interviewing Sean, and we talked about Gucci Mane threw shade at Sean. That became a big thing because of him trying to get
for sure
Baby Youngin. What was that conversation? Did you actually talk to Gucci? Like, what was that conversation like with Baby Youngin?
Yeah, he definitely talked to Gucci. It was good conversations. We talked to him and his assistant Amina.
Okay.
For a couple of days. They wanted to fly us out. Some things should have took place, but it was one of those things again where Baby Youngin learned to start trusting me.
Gotcha.
Like that was one of our trust moments. So we never went down there because of some reasons, but it's kind of one of them things. Once again, he learned trust your manager.
Gotcha. So, but from what I understand, Baby Youngin said y'all talked to a couple of other labels. Y'all actually went out to a couple.
Oh yeah. We flew everywhere. We talked to everybody. we broke bread with everybody. Shout out to Columbia. Shout out to Interscope. Shout out to Alamo. Shout out to everybody. Really.
What do you feel like would be the best condition, the best situation? Because I know each artist, a deal will be tailored to them. It's different for each artist.
Right.
But in your mind, being that y'all went and saw so many labels, like what's the perfect deal in your mind for Baby Youngin?
Just to market them full-fledged. Somebody who gonna really believe in them and not put them on the shelf, you know?
Gotcha.
When we go to when we decide to go to a label, when they get a chance to get this great artist that they gonna get, just put they all into them, give them a real shot. That's just what we looking for, a real shot, real marketing, you know what I'm saying, on top of what we already got. And a label should feel good about that. By having somebody like Sean Cotton in our corner and other blogs of the world that's already in love with his movement. Right. So it's like, as a label, you already got insurance with knowing the artist gonna be on all the platforms without you even having to put them there. So that's just the main thing. It's just really the push. Who gonna give him the biggest push?
For sure. Okay. So then, being that, you know, like I said earlier, with Baby Youngin being as mature as he is, and being as articulate and as focused as he is, he was really challenged a few months ago because a lot of people start throwing shots at him.
For sure.
Trying to get at him. In fact, allegedly, somebody got their ass whooped from trying to get at Baby Youngin.
For sure.
Like that mind space, like when you seeing things like that going on, like what was the mindset of Baby Youngin when he seen people?
He been going through it since day one. Like I say, he the black sheep in the family. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, especially in this hip hop community. You know, like sometimes, you know, black folks, we get bashed for a lot of things outside of music, but in music we could be brutal to people too.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
We can be brutal, so he gets it the hardest sometimes in them comments. Like, I usually don't read their comments, but one day I was just going through them. I'm like, damn, like, I know they could do something to the, you know, to the psyche for especially somebody, a young guy. So it's just one of them things where I tell Baby Youngin, like, hey, just notice the gift and the curse that you got. Yeah. It's the gift and the curse. So just take it and roll with it. It's gonna work in your favor in the end.
I mean, I guess that's real. If you're going to be willing to accept the praise, you got to be able to accept,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying, the critique.
For sure.
For sure. Okay.